A US lawmaker has raised concerns over India's proposed amendments to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, also known as FCRA, warning that the changes could have implications for India-US relations, and Republican Congressman Riley Murray from West Virginia has strongly criticized the proposed FCRA Amendment Bill 2026, alleging that it could allow the Indian government to take control of churches and religious charities that receive foreign funding. And in a post on X, he said that Christians have a presence in India since the arrival of St. Thomas on the Malabar coast nearly 2,000 years ago. He argued that despite this long history, the proposed amendments would enable government takeovers of churches and faith-based organizations if their FCRA registration is cancelled, surrendered or not renewed. Calling it a clear attack against Christians, Murray warned that if the bill is passed in its current form, it would become a matter of serious concern in the bilateral relationship between India and the United States. The controversy centers around the Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill 2026, which seeks to introduce a new designated authority. And under the proposed law, this authority would be empowered to take over the management of foreign contributions as well as assets created using all those funds whenever an organization loses its FCRA registration, whether through cancellation, voluntary surrender, or failure to renew its license. However, the bill also includes a provision stating that if the assets involved include a place of worship, the designated authority must ensure that the religious character of the property is preserved. The government has maintained that the amendments are aimed at ensuring proper management and lawful use of foreign-funded assets rather than interfering with religious practices. Well, apart from creating the new authority, the bill also proposes reducing the maximum punishment for violations of the FCRA, and the current law allows imprisonment of up to 5 years for certain offences. But the amendment seeks to reduce the maximum jail term to 1 year, signalling a shift towards a less severe penal framework while strengthening administrative oversight. Well, the proposed legislation has triggered debate among civil society organizations and rights groups. Critics argue that the expanded powers granted to the government could increase state control over NGOs, trust, educational institutions, and religious organizations receiving foreign donations. Supporters, however, say that the changes are necessary in order to ensure accountability and prevent misuse of foreign contributions. And the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act governs how NGOs, charitable trusts, educational institutions, and religious organizations in India receive and utilize foreign funding. And according to the Ministry of Home Affairs, as many as 13,520 organizations receive foreign contributions worth rupees 55,741 crore between 2019 and 2022. Data available on the FCRA portal shows that as of July 15, 2026, India has 14,449 organizations with active FCRA registrations, while 22,498 registrations have been cancelled and another 15,212 have expired after not being renewed. And the proposed FCRA Amendment Bill 2026 is expected to be closely watched both within India and internationally, as discussions continue over its potential impact on civil society, religious institutions, and the regulation of foreign funding. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.